Kenny, when I called you the other day, and this speaks to, because you live out here, and this speaks to how much you knew about Kobe, the family man, and Kobe post-basketball, and his emphasis on watching Gigi play ball, because things were still coming in. No one was sure exactly what had happened, aside from the fact that the chopper had crashed. And you said to me that day, I'll guarantee you that he was on his way to Mamba for basketball that day.
Yeah. Obviously the interaction at Shaq and D Wade is a lot more than probably Chuck and myself. Mm-hmm. But we have interactions. But for me, living in Los Angeles, I have an AAU program, Aim High. We practice at the Mamba Center. So I'm in the Mamba Center 12 times a month. We play every other weekend at the Mamba Center. The hill that the fatality with he and the other passengers is the hill that we run up. My son KJ Malloy, we run up that hill. They run, I jog, and up that hill to get in shape. It's the same. To me, when I heard it, I was devastated when my daughter Kayla called me and told me, because first thing I thought of was him as a family man, because that's what I'm seeing. I didn't think Lakers, honestly. I didn't think basketball. I was like, this guy's going to the Mamba Center because there's a tournament there this weekend that I know about. Yeah. And every soccer mom, every soccer dad could understand that relationship that he's doing. Our carpool is a minivan, his was a helicopter. And he's on his way to play. And not only that, he's on his way to coach, which is another responsibility. Here's a guy who, it was all about Kobe for all of his life. And we were seeing a transition that he was putting his family and his daughters up front. So when we saw the pictures of Gigi, we knew her because he was putting them up front because they had been in the background so long. So it just, as a dad and as a family man, that's my first reaction was what was Vanessa thinking and possibly doing, because that is the routine that every soccer dad, soccer mom does. Saturday, Sunday, you drive and you carpool to these tournaments, and you're only doing it not to hope that your daughter or your son is going to be in the NBA, or you're doing it with the hope that you have a memory with your kids. You think about this, he bought a gymnasium an hour and a half from where he lives. You think Kobe Bryant needs to buy a gymnasium in Thousand Oaks? No. To make money? No. You think Kobe Bryant needs to have a tournament for girls called the Mamba Series? No. He's doing it to spend moments with his daughter. And then he takes on the responsibility of all of those other kids. Because as we soccer dads, and Shaq knows, D Wade, now your daughter didn't play, Charles, but we're in that environment. We're going like, if you're coaching that team, everyone says, oh, he's coaching. No. He had to call everyone to get on that chopper. He had to say what time we're going to meet, call the other parents. Oh, by the way, we're wearing our black uniforms. It can be draining for a guy who's Kobe Bryant, but he took the challenge and said, no, my Mamba mentality makes me a dad first, and I'm going to show you how to be a dad. I'm going to be just as aggressive as being a dad. And that was the transition that I never said until even now. I was like, I'm admiring in this dude, like his transition into fatherhood. Yeah. And just being retired, and it just hurts, and that's what we all can relate to, what he was doing and why he was doing it, and it hurts.
Charles, how have you processed this?
It's been difficult. This is my first public speaking.
I saw the statement you released.
I released a statement. I turned down every interview because, Ernie, the truth of the matter, I didn't know what to say. And I did not know what to say. I saw what LeBron did, and I was like, I needed some time to process. Like, people start calling right away. And I was like, I don't know what to say. I'm not going to say anything, because I needed some time. Because what happened for me was, Ernie, I was in the movies. I went to saw the movie The Gentleman. It started around 11:30. You know, they show a bunch of previews. I get out. I didn't thought I'd never take my phone to the theater. I get out. I turn it over. Ooh, 75 missed calls, 100 text messages. I'm like, oh, that must have been a big trade in the NBA. Then I start clicking, and I see died, killed. And I said, oh, something really bad has happened. And then I clicked to CNN, and I just started crying. I'm not gonna lie. I just started crying. And I don't even have that type of relationship with Kobe, but he was part of the basketball fabric of my 16 years in the NBA, my 19 years on TNT. Like, he was like one of my kids. And I just felt pain. I did. I just felt pain. I cried, and I was like, let me gather myself. And I said, okay, I'm not gonna do any interviews because I don't know what to say. Because there's nothing. I just said, man, just shut the hell up. Don't say anything. And I took the whole time off, and I said, let me. Then I talked to you. I talked to Shaq. I talked to Kenny. Candace Parker, a sweet lady, sent me a nice text. And then I started getting texts from people saying, man, I feel for you. Because they knew, I don't even know how they knew it, but they knew I was in pain. I mean, because, like I say, Kobe, you know, one thing about our business, Shaq, people want to know, what's Dwayne Wade like? I'm like, you know, when they saw us shooting commercials, he's a great guy. Great guy. Him and Gabby are fun to be around. They want to know about, you know, everybody says, what about Kobe? I says, I don't know Kobe. Kobe always walks up to me and says, hey, Charles, how you doing? Hope everything's good. And he keeps moving. And that's happened probably 30, 40 times. But I didn't know him, but he was always cordial and friendly. But I'm not going to get on TV and act like we hung out and had dinner and we were good friends. I leave that to Shaq and D. Wade. Kenny talked about it earlier. And then the second thing, I sit there and watch TV for like 5 hours. And then because I heard the thing about Rick Fox, like Shaq said, I'm like, oh my God, because Rick been working with us. And then I started thinking, because, you know, for like X amount of hours, they said there was only 5 people.
And then it was 9.
Then it was 9. Then I started thinking, man, because the one thing I hate about the media, and I know they got a job to do, and we're part of the media, I hate when they do the Kobe Bryant and others, because those are actually real people. And my first concern, man, I just, when I released my statement, I said, please don't forget these other 7 people. I know Kobe and Gigi are part of our basketball family, but there's 7 people. You know, I know it was a mom and dad and a daughter, a mom who had 3 young kids and a husband at home, and a couple more people. And I just felt bad for everybody. And it hurt, man. I just felt pain, and then I started thinking, like, man, Vanessa, those girls, and then you know, and I made a mistake too. When I released my statement, I should have acknowledged. I don't get in anybody's personal business, but I should acknowledge his parents. That was a screw up on my part. I've known Joe Bryant from my days of playing in Philadelphia. I should have acknowledged his mother and father, because I know they're in pain also. But I just, man, who lost somebody, and I just feel bad. I put it like this. I says, people say, how you feel? I said, I just feel sad. That's all I can say.